Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T, ready to give you guys out picks from the NFL, Major League Baseball. We got a deciding Game 5 from the W. Also some NHL up there. So looking forward to getting all those picks here. Well, I promise you, we're going to get right to the picks. But first, we got to meet the cappers today here on the show. We'll say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Well, not too much, Tony. Another winning day. Can't complain. 5 straight. So just keep adding up the units and getting wins. That's what we're doing here. A couple losses that I was like, wow, why did I put that in? But those happen. Some that really kick your butt. Some of those happen. But hey, what a mess in that Georgia game, though. Ooh, some really ugly turnovers. Texas still got something to work on. I think we've heard that I don't think there can be anybody undefeated heading into this championship. One loss is probably a lot of teams with one loss. Probably just about everybody. Not too many undefeateds left going forward in college football. But definitely a big day. I'm excited. Lots of good NFL going forward here today. So let's continue to get some money. Some winners.
Some money indeed. We'll say hello to Bo. Bo, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, everybody, man. They're coming off a losing day, man. So bad college football, but got a lot of action today, man. Ready to cash these tickets. Let's get it.
Let's get it right. Say hello to Ron. Ron, what's going on?
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Yeah, it was a 50-50 day for me yesterday. Thank God I swept the hockey board in the MLB. So, yeah, it ended up a little juice lost yesterday, but we'll get it back to you today.
Sure. We will do. Let's say hello to Mindy. What's going on?
Not much, Tony. How are you today? But yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys were out there on Tony's site yesterday picking up packages because there was lots of hot cappers there yesterday. So make sure you get over there again today. Use that promo code TonyT and get yourself more winners. That's what we do here. Lots of winners. You love the freebies. You're going to love those. That's for sure. Pick it up.
That's right. We have some winners here. We welcome to the morning show. Jonathan Solo Malone. Solo, what's happening?
All right, what's going on, everybody? Made a little plus money yesterday. Ran into a little hurdle last night with that Georgia game. We'll get it back today. We're going to try to drive the car, make a smooth ride today. Let's make some money.
Let's make some money. Ready to roll here on the morning show. So let's get, as you know, we don't mess around here. We get right to the picks. Let's get to the NFL here. We'll do 3 at a time. We've got the Patriots, Jaguars in action. So if anybody wants to throw in a pick in there, live wager, you can. But we'll start it off here with Seahawks, Falcons, Titans, Bills, Bengals, Browns. We'll go to Rod.
Yeah, look, Titans taking on the Bills here in that one. And I'm just going to lay it with the Bills. I don't trust Tennessee to be able to move enough offense to keep up with what the Bills can do offensively. And a 9.5, I'll take it. I think Buffalo wins by 14 plus in that one. We've seen Will Levis. He tries to do the ball. He doesn't throw it down the field so much. And it's just awful. Awful watching that guy try to throw the ball and watch that guy try to work. I'd rather see Rudolph in there. Tennessee might have a better opportunity and a better chance.
I think you're going to
put him in there. Good.
Yeah.
Put Rudolph in there. It's still, you got to trust Rudolph coming into Buffalo. He sure has had a little time. I guess he can't do worse than Levass. So still, I don't trust it. I'm going to still, even with Rudolph in there, give me the Bills on that one. And then I'm going to take the under between Seattle and Atlanta. You look at this total, it was a 51.5. It's up to 52 in places. Give me the under. I don't think these teams can score enough points to get us up and over that total. Give me the under there. And then this Jags game, take the in bet the under. We're not seeing a whole lot of points in these London games. Take the in bet under.
Bet in live there from Ron under. Then we move on to Revo.
Yeah, man. How about last week in the NFL? All the favorites won. I think that's history being made. So be careful, man, betting these favorites this week. Vegas ain't going to let that happen 2 weeks in a row. So I'm looking at that Cleveland game, man, and I know it's going to be an ugly one, man. But hold your nose. Go on, take them points with the Browns, man. Cincinnati kind of struggled against the Giants. They have not won in Cleveland. I think the last 6 times they played there. So I'm going to take them points with the Browns, man. Go ahead and put in Jameson Winston, man. I think if he kind of probably started, they'll probably be around about 500. So I'm going to take them points, man, with the Browns. I think they keep it close. Looking like Nick Chubb might be making his first start for the season. I think they'll be able to run the ball and cover them 6, man. And for that Buffalo game, Marvin Cooper in there look like he might be a good addition to this Buffalo team. I just can't trust the Tennessee Titans, man. You see what they do every week. Their defense keep them in games. Their offense just can't do enough, man, to cover them spreads. So I think Buffalo win this game by 10 points or more. And for Seattle and Atlanta, man, everybody gonna be on the Falcons, guys. We know Seattle has got a good offense, man, and we saw Carolina keep it up with the Falcons last week. I think Seattle come in, man, and cover this spread. I'm going to take them straight up on that money line. 50-50 games, always take that plus money, man. So give me Seattle on the money line. Those are 3 games I like in this slate right here.
Then from Bo on over to Ron.
Yeah, I agree with Bo on Seattle. 0-3 against the spread last 3 weeks. I think they get at least they hang in here. But you know how Atlanta and those games go. Ku's going to kick a field goal and miss an extra point, so it'll be like a 22-21 type of game. So let's take Seattle plus the 3 there. And I'm going to take the Titans. I'll tell you, there's a great trend on this thing. Home favorites off a loss, straight up at home, going on the road as a dog. 11-0 if that line's over 6. I mean, also you've seen the records of home favorites that are laying more than 6. They're 1-15-1 this year, so there's a lot of trends. You got Buffalo coming off a great effort on Monday night. They probably should have lost that game, but now they're back home relaxing and chilling. And you got Tennessee, who's everybody in the world is going to be against them. So I'm going to hold my nose and take the number 1 defense in NFL and to hold within 9.5 points. And Cincinnati and Cleveland, you got to go with the Browns. I know it stinks there, but the Browns got a better defense. They stopped the run. Cincinnati has not much of a running game. And if Cleveland gets Nick Chubb going today, you can see a running game for Cleveland. Famous Jameis, get them crab legs going. Let's take the Browns plus the points.
There you go. From Rami over to Mindy.
Man, I'm surprised that they're going out there and putting Chubb out. That injury was so bad. I feel like, if it wasn't for perhaps incentives in the NFL, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how he's going to fit in there if he's ready to go.
I don't think they're going to jam him in there for 100% of the game. So
what's that?
I don't think they're putting him in as the starter, and I don't think he's going to be running 95% of the snaps. You'd be lucky if he runs 5% of the snaps.
Yeah,
from what I'm reading.
Exactly. That's
He'll
what I mean, right?
go in very, very gingerly if they're going to use Chubb.
And
that injury was brutal.
Yeah, and this Browns team has been pretty decimated, but I know there's that huge thing out there where Burrow just can't beat the Browns. I don't know if I believe it, but I feel like something's got to give here in this game. I'm just going to go ahead and go over the total. I expect a lot of scoring, no matter how it goes, even if it's ugly, even if it's some defensive action here. Defense gets it into the end zone today. I wouldn't be surprised. Bills, I think getting Amari Cooper is going to be pretty awesome. At least I'm excited for that. But who knows what that's going to look like, that kind of chemistry. I have Coleman on my fantasy team, so I don't know how that's going to work out. Thought about getting rid of him, but I'm going to go ahead and go over that total as well. I mean, Rudolph, he's played well when he's been in there, but there's not a lot of history. I agree with Rod. I like the Jags end game under the 42.5. I don't know what it's sitting at now that it's live. And then Seattle and the Falcons. I mean, I'm surprised you guys are down on my guy, Kirk Cousins. I'm such a fan. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead in that one. I mean, I just feel like Seattle hasn't still showed me anything. I'm going to go ahead and take the Falcons at home to cover.
There from Mindy on the solo.
Yeah, I agree. I think we see some points today in the Bills game. Mason Rudolph, I think he comes in. I'm not a big fan. I think he adds a little juice. I think the Bills do most of the heavy lifting. I think we find a way to get over this 41.5. Is it 42 now?
This one here will be 41 still. I'm sorry. Yeah, 41.
Yeah, I think we get over that. The Seattle game, Atlanta's pass rush makes me a little nervous. They don't really create a lot of pressure. It seems like the corners give up a high percentage. It seems like they can give up like 60-70% of the passes. Teams tend to move the ball on them a little bit. I think Murray's going to run the ball. I think we got to take Seattle with the 3 points. You say the Browns game.
Browns
Bengals. The Bengals offense has been looking a little better the last couple of weeks. I think they can continue to score some points. At the same time, I don't think they can really stop too much. The Browns offense showed a little life last week. I think we maybe get some turnovers. Either way, I think we get over that total of 41.5.
Yeah, so let's say what I think about these games here. I'm agree there with the Tennessee plus 9.5. Rudolph, I believe an upgrade. Again, that really good Tennessee defense will come in here. We're looking here at the Bills' rush defense to me is a concern here. Not playing the run very well this year are the Buffalo Bills, and Buffalo at home against losing teams, 2-4 to the spread. Look at Tennessee here at that big plus price. I'll go ahead and lay it with Cincinnati here. There is a clear injury advantage here for the Bengals coming into this game. Browns offense, the most injured, with a low injury score in the Chow ratings of 75. The Bengals are running for 4.5 yards a carry. They have an efficient pass offense. The issue here with Cleveland has been their inefficiency at the quarterback position. So I'll look at Cincinnati in that spot. Seahawks, Atlanta, I look over. I know it's a high total, but whenever the Seahawks on the road face a good offensive team, we see what happens to them. They give up a lot of points. 7-2 the over on the road against teams that average 350 yards per game or greater. The Falcons over in 3 straight. Seahawks over in 5 of 6. Go over there with the Seahawks and the Falcons. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show as we continue here with the next series of games. And they will be Texans and Packers, Dolphins, Colts, Lions, and the Vikings. On over to Rod.
Yeah, give me the Colts. I don't trust the Dolphins. Even off a bye week. What are they going to do? Whole lot of nothing. You expect Huntley, maybe he'll have a little bit a better handle on that offense and the way it is, but the coach is still the same. He's awful. Absolutely awful. Makes the horrible decisions. Couldn't coach his way out of a paper bag. The Dolphins aren't going to get any better. They got him as coach. We need a QB. Our defense looking like it's starting to give up. It is what it is. You might as well tank and get yourself another QB, and don't take one that just came off of a hip surgery. Seriously, what are you thinking there? I'm like, I don't get that at all. Just a wasted draft pick, wasted of years for the Dolphins. Wasted. I look how many more hairs I lost because of the Dolphins over the last 3 years. It's awful, absolutely awful. Just give me the Colts. I don't think the Sharks on the Dolphins they're all of a sudden gonna have a big game here. No, the Colts at home, 3-0 at home this season. Give me the Colts. And that one, man, the Dolphins.
Do you like the Colts?
I do.
No, I'm kidding.
Like
Today, you like the Colts?
Only when Peyton was on the Colts, because I was always a Peyton Manning fan. So when he was on the Colts, I was cheering for him. Because
you remember Captain Comeback, the Harbaugh days.
You're cheering for Brady, right? So I was on the Manning side of cheering for Manning versus Brady in those games back in the day. That was definitely where I was.
What about Captain Comeback, John Harbaugh, when he's quarterback back in the day?
Right?
Captain
Comeback.
Back in the 90s there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
The Sharps are on them because Colts opened 4, came down to 3, sat at 3.
I know they have. They're going to get chance. Don't do it. Trust me. Don't.
You're bringing up the Lynn Elliott memories for me and Mindy again.
Oh, no. Well, 90s. Hey, listen, Bo loves the 90s because that was Aikman and company. Those are a lot of ring years. The ring years. We go on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna stay away from that Miami game. I just, if Joe Flacco was starting, I'll probably rock with the coach. But I don't really like how Anthony Richardson be looking, man. So I'm gonna stay away from that one. But in the Detroit and Minnesota game, it's gonna be a big one, guys. I'm looking forward to this one. But like I say, man, these 50-50 games, I'm just gonna take the money line of Detroit. Think it's time for Minnesota to take their first loss, man. I know their defense been looking good, but Detroit defense looking good as well. I know they got the big injury, but I'm just gonna take the Detroit Lions, man. I just like the way they played last couple of weeks, almost 40 points in those 2 games. Think Minnesota comfortable by, man. Might be a little rusty, so give me the Lions that plus money. As far as the Green Bay game go, I did like Houston, but with no Nico Collins, man, it's gonna be tough going into Green Bay and getting the win. So just gonna lay the money line with the Packers. They got a good record at home behind that good quarterback with Jordan Love, man. So give me Detroit in the money line, and give me Green Bay in the money line this slate.
From Bo on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Bo on the Green Bay Packers. They just don't lose at home. They've already lost to Minnesota. So give me the Green Bay Packers. I don't like Stroud on the road. That defense could hold them in. I mean, I could look probably to the under in this one as well. But I definitely like the Packers at home. And I agree with Rod. They give me the Colts. Dolphins, I can't trust them. And I don't care how many trends point their way. Give me Indianapolis in that one. And I'm going back and forth with the Detroit and Minnesota game. That's going to be a great game. It's kind of just one, hey, just want to watch this one. the thing that I worry about is you got a team that's coming in 5-0 against the spread. That's kind of unheard of. I would lean Detroit, but I don't have an official play on that one.
Yeah, from Ron over to Mindy.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm going to listen to the guy that has that Dolphins flag in the background. I'm going to be on the Colts here today too. Dolphins just been losing. I mean, they've been finding ways to lose. And when you got that in your head, you could see the guys around. I mean, their body language just doesn't look good out there. Receivers don't look like they want to really get off off their defenders much at all. They're looking pretty lazy out there. So I'll go ahead and go with the Colts, even though, like Bo said, Richardson's prone to the interception. But for the Texans and Green Bay, I think it's the same thing. Texans don't really play well on the road. It's tough to go into Lambeau there, play on the grass. You get hit pretty hard there in Green Bay, that's for sure. And then I have to show off my new hat from Ron Hahn. He sent it to me, the Lions. So, of course, I got to go ahead and be on the Lions today. I mean, they've covered their last 7 times versus the Vikings here. So I'll be on the Lions, and I'm hoping for my guy, Montgomery, to score another touchdown.
Yeah, I like the Lions. I like the Lions last. They were my best bet last year. Made me look like a genius. All right, we go on to Solo.
I'm gonna look at the Packers-Texans game. The Texans last 2 weeks they've covered the spread. I know Nico Collins is out. I understand they're on the road. It's not really freezing in Green Bay. I think this defense comes in. I think they can slow down Jacobs in the run game. I think the Texans pull this one out. Take the Texans on the money line. What's the next game? Oh, the
Dolphins,
Lions.
Colts. Yeah,
Lions
and
Vikings game. I think we have a division game. I'm going to take the under. I know the Lions have been scoring heavy the last couple of weeks. I think this week it kind of slows down. I think Sam Darnold has a big game. I think Jefferson probably scores a touchdown. When it's all said and done, I'm going under 51. I'm not touching that Colts game.
Not touching that Colts game there from Solo. I don't blame him. That's nowhere near my premium core. I'm telling you right now, but I'm going to give a pick here. I'll take Miami plus the 3 because the Colts defense sucks. And I got some hope because Miami did beat New England. They did beat New England. So there is some hope there. Their Colts have not been good against losing teams at home, just 2-7 of the spread. And, of course, Miami's 3-1 of the spread on the road facing teams that allow 7 yards per pass tempo higher. But I think that might be more of a two-out trend. So that one I don't give a whole much credence to. But again, it's just a Colts bad defense. I mean, if Levis isn't at quarterback, then I'm okay going against the Dolphins in this one because man, Levis really pissed me off last week. But anyway, they ultimately lost. When you come one loss away from a perfect day, that loss stings more than anything. That's still how it goes. They had a really good NFL last week. Yeah, Lions' health and efficiency on offense is the key here for me in this coin flip game here with Minnesota and Detroit. So I'll take Detroit here at that short plus price. A good rushing teams Minnesota historically has had trouble against. They're 1-7 of the spread at home against teams that average 130 yards or greater on the ground. So maybe that under, like Solo's mentioned, maybe a way to go because I think Detroit's path here is running the football. And of course, with that injury to Hutchinson, keep the defense off the field. So I'll look at that spot there at the Lions here with that game plan. Hopefully just keep it on the ground. Texans and Packers, huge injury game here. Houston's defensive unit injury score on the child rating 79.9. They have a lot of players out in this game defensively. I think I counted almost 4 starters out and another one that's questionable here. So they're really banged up in the defense. The side I mentioned the Collins injury as well. We've seen the Texans on the road get beat at Minnesota. Looking at this one here, the Texans have issues here against good offensive teams. They are 1-3 on the spread on the road against teams that average 5.65 yards per play or greater. I just think the advantage is too great health-wise for this Packers offense. You got the Packers offense, a healthy offense, going up against a banged-up defense in Lambeau. I see that advantage definitely here on the Packers side. So go ahead and lay the points there with Green Bay. All right, let's continue here on Tony Swick's Morning Show as we're ready here for the next 3 games here on the board. They will be Eagles, Giants, Raiders and Rams, Panthers and Commanders. Over to Rod.
Yeah, I think the Eagles in the spot lay the 3. Seems a little light in the spot for the Eagles, but I think it's a spot. We've seen what they did last week and kept things close and got booed off the field. They got the win, but their fans booed them off the field in that game. So I think the Eagles come out going, okay, maybe we better give a little more effort.
But that happens
here.
when we don't cover. That's what happens when we don't cover.
Exactly. And so the fans booed him. They were booing. Well, you got the win, but it was Boo City in that one. And so I think they bounce up, and it's just it's fading Daniel Jones at home. It's a fun thing to do. It's a money making thing to do. Is fading Daniel Jones at home. So give me the Eagles in that one. And then where's the other one you went? You went Carolina, Washington.
Panthers,
We went to
Commanders,
Raiders, Rams, Panthers, Commanders. Yeah.
Yeah, give me the over Carolina, Washington. Washington might be able to get there on their own. Carolina's still dealing with injuries on the defensive side of the ball. 5-1 to the over are both these teams. So 10-2 to the over combined, 51.5. I think we get into the 60s. Give me the over Carolina and Washington. In Carolina, they can pitch in some. Now Washington defense is a sieve, so definitely hit the over in that one.
That one. Next, we move on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, I like the Commanders. They played pretty tough against Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So can't take nothing from that loss, man. They played pretty hard. Jaden Dan just looking like a veteran the way he out there just slanging that ball, man. Carolina, they do have a nice run game with Trevor Herbert, but I think they're going to get destroyed in this one, guys. So I'm going to lay the points, man, with the Commanders. I think they beat them by 14, 20 points easy at home. As far as that Rams game, guys, if you want to lay 7 with the Rams, you want to take 7 with the Raiders, just don't know what's going on with these two teams, man. Raiders all have traded away Devontae Adams. Maybe it might be a little better in that locker room, but I just don't know what to do with this, man. So I'm going to leave that one alone. And as far as that Eagles game go, I hope both teams lose. You know what I'm saying?
You want to tie
Can that happen? Whatever their first half total is, I like an under, guys. I think the last 3 or 4 times they played, they've not went over in the first half. So give me that first half under the total. I think it'll be around about 20, 21. So give me the under in that one in the first half.
Yeah, from Bo, move on over to Ron.
Yeah, like Bo said, there's 2 teams that just beat up the Giants, and that's the Eagles and the Cowboys. I don't care what year it is. It's just been a very common theme there. But you know what? We had Philadelphia playing to a 20-16, very low scoring game, and yet the Giants losing 17-7. Should have been 10-7. Chase Brown, I hate you. And we're going to look at the over, because the over is actually 9-1 the last 10 in New York. So it doesn't make sense, but nice trend here on the over Philadelphia and New York. The black hole will be in SoFi today, Tony.
Yeah, they will.
It's a lot of Raiders fans in that LA area. Yep. I know when I was in San Diego, we saw a lot of it. So definitely go with the Raiders +7 here. I don't care how many, Dante or Devontae Evans at the left or Crosby shoving coaches, whatever's going on there. The Raiders come to play today, and they know they need it. And guess who's on deck for the Raiders? Yeah. They're looking forward to a big one next week. So in Washington, Carolina, I could care less. I got burnt with Carolina last week, so ooh, I'm not going back to them again. Yeah, I mean the Falcons just destroyed them. I figured the Red Rifle would take care of business, but he didn't. And I mean the play here is Carolina. Honestly, it's a nice trend with Carolina, but yeah, Washington off a loss. I think they get back in the saddle. Take the Commanders, I guess. So
that's right. We move on over to Mindy.
Eagles and Giants. I think I was on, wasn't it, the Eagles last year when they wound up not doing shit at in New York last year. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give the Giants here a try. It's one of those Eagles just aren't really covering spreads here much. So I'm going to be on the Giants. I don't really like that game. Just where I would head. Panthers Commanders, agree with Rod. I like the over the total in that one. I think it easily gets there today. Raiders and Rams, I don't like that game at all. I'm going to go ahead and go under the total there too. No receivers still for the Rams.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. On over to Solo.
Yeah, the Commanders Panthers game. I went back and forth all week. I really want to take the Panthers. I just can't do it. So I'm gonna take the over 51 points. I think Commanders go up and down the field, score some points. The other game was the
Eagles, Giants, Raiders, Rams.
Yeah, the Eagles game. I'm sorry, the Eagles. Yeah, the Giants and Eagles. Both these teams' offense has been struggling the last 2 weeks. I think they come together. I agree with Ron. I think this total goes over 42.5.
Yeah, we got a 42.5. Yep.
I think the Eagles do the heavy lifting. I'm just scared to take them on the points. I'm going to take the over 42. I don't trust the Eagles.
All right. From a solo, I'll tell you what I think about this. I'll go ahead and lay it here with the Eagles here. A bit of better offense performance here than the Eagles I expected here in this divisional game. When you look here at the Giants, man, really not running the football. Their downfield passing game, just 5.8 yards per attempt, give them over 5 yards a carry, give up 71% completion rate. And when New York plays these good passing teams at home that average 7 yards per pass attempt per greater, they're 0-3 to the spread. So I'll look at Philadelphia in that spot, important divisional battle there. I was, again, my model says Panthers, but the injury report tells me Washington because there is a huge significant injury advantage here based on the child rating. And it's going to be like this for a while because Carolina's best defensive players are on the IR. And you've got a healthy Washington offense with a rating of 91.2 going up against a banged up Carolina defense with an injury score of 63. When you have this wide variance, I'll go ahead and lay it with Carolina because when you look at the Panthers' losses, they've been by double digits pretty much every game. So
I don't remember Commander spread that high. Like when was the last time they had a -8?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's been a long time. It's been some time.
1986.
Yeah. You'd have to go back to the Hogs, right, with Riggins and company, and who were the bad teams back then in the 80s? Eagles were bad back in the 80s. Gosh, you had to go back in time to see who were the bad teams back then. It was a little bit more back those days. Yeah, it wasn't like this where you had really, really bad ones. I'm sure there was. That one doesn't really come to mind now, but I know the Theismann teams. They had a Super Bowl team with Humphrey one year as well.
It's been a while. I got you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I said the same thing last week about the Commanders, man. I faded them, but I just can't trust the Panthers, man. The Panthers look like
to me in this one, it's mainly just because this doesn't show up in a lot of models because my models really says Panthers, but usually on the models, you're only going to be able to tweak your playmakers, right? Well, in my models, but when you get down to it, when you got some middle linebackers, corner people out, their best defenders out, you have to really pretty much go outside that box and just look at the injury report. And if I'm based on the injuries, it just leads me right here to the Commanders here because it's just basic like preseason number ones against number twos. You got the Carolina.
This long that tells you that it says to take Carolina, but
but sometimes
trends wise, it's just that spot. You got to
it's just tough. Some of these models really focus heavily on playmakers, and they don't take a look at some of the defensive players, linebackers, tackles, corner folks. It's all because I could in the Saints game when I subtracted the starting quarterback and used Rattler in there because Carr was doubtful. So my model was showing Carr in. I said, he's not in there. Let me take him out. Boom, big difference in number, right, with that one player. But I'm just saying some of the models are not going to take into account for some of these defensive players. And also guys on the IR we forget about, right? Because now there's, the guy that used to be the starter is now in the IR, so we have a new starter. Well, this guy's really a backup, and he gets hurt. Now you got the third guy in there. Well, he's now the starter, So there's a lot of things that go into it. So now you've got to really look at the IR and see the impact players. Carolina just has their best players on the IR defensively. So like I said, this is like a preseason game. We have the number ones against the twos. When the Chiefs take on, usually you see that in the preseason with the Chiefs, when they always play starters in the preseason, they always see them put up 14, 21 in the first half, and then we get their backups in. But again, I just look at this as a number ones against number twos game here. I think that's the Washington defense. The defense is atrocious. It's just hard to take them because we know the defense. One of those college games, but they just outscore you. Really, how I look at it there. I'm with Ron. Take the Raiders plus the 7. Yeah, I know the Rams have rest advantage, but man, they've just won one game that was against the banged up 49ers team, and their defense is really bad right now. When you look at, they're getting up 70% completions, 8.4 yards per pass attempt. I look for the Raiders to have a little bit more room in the receiver position. This is when the Raiders do something when there's no pressure on them. When there's
you at least expect that they show up and outright somebody, and you're like, what's that?
Yeah, how did that happen? And this is a game I'd rather be in person than watch on TV because I just like to see the stuff that goes on. I'm one of those guys.
Right.
All right, let's continue here on the Tony Vicks Morning Show as we're ready to close out the NFL segment with the Chiefs, 49ers, Jets, and Steelers. We've gone over to Rock.
Yeah, you look at these two games and probably the two best of the day going here in this one. Rematch of last year's Super Bowl. But for me, this one, it's just I like the under here. I think points come at a premium. I think the defenses step up. San Francisco's not 100% healthy on offense. Kansas City's not dealing with the same offense they started the season with. So I think it's one of those games where we see Andy Reid off the bye. He's been Mr. Money off the bye. But I think he's made a game plan. Keep the ball out of San Francisco's hands as much as you can. And those long, sustained drives that we see the Chiefs do over and over and over, where all of a sudden you look and it's like, wow, there was a 9.5-minute drive and they kicked a field goal. and then they kick it back. So give me the under 47 in this one. That total's just too high. Love the under there in that one. And then the Sunday nighter game, you look at this one, and I'm just going to take the under. It's one of those primetime unders. I think the Jets defense steps up. I know you're adding Adams to that Jets offense. Definitely you figure they're going to score some more points. Nah, this Jets defense is for real. They're solid. So is the Steelers defense. Give me the under in that one in primetime.
Yeah, there we're going to see Russell Wilson is expected to start in this game. Now, I don't see any official word, but that has been the whispers now that they're expected Russell Wilson in for Fields in this game. I think one of his teammates kind of
like George Pickens, right? Out of them, I think.
They got it out there, So there we go. On over to Bo.
Yeah, they say he has been taking the snaps, so he might be starting today. I think that's going to be not good. You know what I'm saying? We know the Jets team going to get after him. He's to me, I think Russell just a watch, man. I ever since he left Seattle, he haven't did nothing with Denver. I don't think he's gonna be the savior for Pittsburgh. It's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a defensive battle, man. But I just can't see Aaron Rodgers, man, just keep losing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still one of the best. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. I think with getting his safety blanket with Devontae Adams, we know where they can hook up. I like for the Jets, man, get the win. They'll take them on the money line. As far as the 49ers game go. I think sooner or later, man, these injuries for Kansas City going to catch up with them. They're missing their best wide receivers. Pachinko's been out. And that's a bench spot, man, for the 49ers. I know that term is used a lot, man, but they just had a better offensive players, man. I got to get a 49ers a chance to win this game. So I'm going to take them on the money line this.
There from Bo, we move on over to Ron.
Yeah, we've exhausted the Pat Mahomes as a dog on the road. Randy Reid off a bye. Everybody's heard that. But here's the thing: the one thing about it is Andy Reid is actually 11-1 as a road dog in his career, and as a non-conference road dog, he's 6-1. And you talk about the revenge spot. Well, we tried that, and we won the Super Bowl in 20, and in 21. The same thing happened. They lost 19-16. Right after they got McCaffrey, the Chiefs were a 1.5-point underdog, and they won 44-23. And you're giving me a Hall of Fame quarterback and points. I'm taking the Chiefs every day and Sunday. And also, I agree with Rod. I think it's an under here. The Chiefs' defense is incredible this year. They're probably saving a lot of games for us. I don't want to steal all of Mindy's thunder, but I'm going to get on to the next one. And the Chiefs have the Raiders next week, and the Chiefs always do very well before the Raiders. So look at that as well. For the Jets in Pittsburgh, they got to get Breece Hall running the ball. They're only running for 87 yards per game. I know you're probably not going to run against Pittsburgh, but here's the thing. Once again, you're giving me a Hall of Fame quarterback against Wilson. Come on. Yeah, I mean, this is a no-brainer. I know they talk about Mike Tomlin as a home underdog. Well, guess what? Opening day last year, San Francisco went in there as a favorite and just blew the doors off of Pittsburgh. I don't trust Pittsburgh. I don't trust Russ Wilson. I'm going to take the Jets. I know it's a lot of people will disagree with that one, but they can get some kind of a semblance of a passing game against that Pittsburgh secondary tonight. Jets just money line. I think it's too easy. Give me the Jets.
There from Ron over to Mindy.
Yeah, I mean, I got to talk a little bit about the Chiefs, right, Ron? I mean, but they have actually been pretty good on the road. I think they've proven that over time. They've covered their last 4 versus the 49ers. It's one of those, again, I'm going to go ahead and stay with the Chiefs and the under. It's just one of those things. It's whenever I see the Dallas Stars, I play the under. I mean, it's just one of these. I feel like you always got this one in your back pocket, right? Take the under. That's how I'm going to go. Jets and Steelers, it's the same thing. I'm going to go to the under. I mean, Russell Wilson is nothing but a game manager. That's what he does. The guy doesn't throw deep. He just throws short passes. All they are doing is trying to get their 3 yards per carry and keep that drive moving. And I feel like he kind of fits into Tomlin's offense pretty well. I think that's why they're giving him the nod. I mean, I don't know if I would ultimately, because I feel like if you have a guy that's winning, you keep him in there. But, I'm not the coach, not my strategy. But I feel like it's just been the Russell Wilson way, right? Even when he was at Seattle, it wasn't like he was really this outstanding quarterback. I mean, he throws for his, 195 or whatever, but you have exceptional running game and you had an exceptional defense there. And I feel like that's why he fits in. You got that great Pittsburgh defense, but I feel like this one here is just going to be long and drawn out. It could be that maybe the Jets can score a little bit more often, but I feel like they're going to also defensively give them trouble. And then plus, you have to really worry about the Jets on special teams. My guy, Greg Zuerlein from Omaha, just not getting the job done. And he's always been pretty good. I don't know how much longer he's going to last there ultimately.
If a mini report coming in, Cooper Kupp unlikely to play for the Rams today. On over to Solo.
Yeah, I'm agree with everybody on the Chiefs game. I think the under's a play. Kind of like everybody said, Andy Reid to buy, blah, blah, blah. Patrick Mahomes a plus money. You got to sign me up. I'm actually going to lean with the Chiefs on the money line on that one. On to the other game, the Steelers. I like Mike Tomlin and the plus money. Russell Wilson's coming in. I'm not sure what he really adds, but Aaron Rodgers, I think he's done. He looks worse each and every week. I don't think the Jets are going anywhere. I'm taking the Steelers on the money line, on the plus money.
Looks like he ate a handful of mushrooms before he hopped out.
Yeah, you do so.
They're from Solo. Yeah, I'm with everybody here on the KC and San Francisco under. Remember, these teams spent 2 weeks on game planning against each other in the Super Bowl. So they know each other, even though it's an AFC versus NFC. There was 2 weeks of prep in that Super Bowl. As you know, that's what they these coaches put a lot of time in studying their opponents. So I think they're going to know each other pretty well coming into this game. And again, we see some playmakers out, no Pacheco, no McCaffrey. And I think it's, as you said, it's basically ball possession type of game here. Teams with rest, I think, will help the defenses here coming in. And San Francisco does have that rest playing that Thursday night game. So I'll look for under here, 47. This Jets and Steelers game is real puzzling, right? Can you really trust the Jets not to self-destruct? That's the most important thing here with the Jets. If you're going to take the Jets, that's why I can't stay. And this one, I kind of dug deep into intangibles here. Okay, so we're adding Adams with the Jets. We're adding Wilson with the Steelers. Now, who do you trust more to get it right? The Steelers coaching staff or the Jets coaching staff? I trust the Steelers coaching staff to get it right, to be honest with you. So I'm going to look here at the Steelers in that spot, mainly because to me it's just a coaching advantage. You're making a pretty big impact in your team, bringing in Adams versus and Russell Wilson. I just expect I would really think the Steelers will get it right and the Jets will do it wrong. Just up to, the situation is, I can see this happen. They are going to be so desperate to get the ball to Adams that the defense is going to know what's coming. They're going to know.
But Aaron Rodgers loves Lazard too, right? So he's got two guys now. He doesn't have just one. His favorite guy was Lazard. He was always throwing to the Lazard every time. Now he's got Adams. So he's got Adams and Lazard. So they got two guys that you just have to key on.
Let's bring Jordy Nelson. Let's bring MVS back in. Let's bring them all back together.
As well.
Why not, right?
Yeah. But
MVS is available.
But don't forget. But the key here is who's coaching the Jets. The Jets coaching staff is trying to make this work.
I get it.
That's the thing.
But isn't Aaron Rodgers the guy? He's the guy leading the offense? Really? When you look at it. Is it really
they probably don't even call plays anymore, do they?
Is he really telling the coach what to do, or is he telling the coach what to do?
Well, so there might be something there, but on the road in this road spot, I'm gonna take. That's what it came down to me. As I said, it came down to intangibles. Very rarely do I say it comes down to coaching, but in this situation, to me.
Don't forget special teams, Tony. Greg Zuerlein's going to miss all his field goals against tonight.
Yeah, Zuerlein and punt blocks and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, the Jets find ways to lose games. So that's that they can manufacture loss better than anybody. they can manufacture loss better than anybody in the league. There's no doubt about that. So,
Other than maybe the Giants.
the Giants too. Well, all the New York teams there. That's no doubt.
You got
about
to
that.
score to win. We
score
played to win the game.
And you know what? This is two, right? This could end up 12. This could end up 13-12. So you know what I'm saying? The Jets can win and piss everyone off still, right?
Zerline 9, Boswell 6. We're done.
Yeah, right.
Well, there's a lot of New York. There's a lot of New York vibe this year. With the Knicks, the Mets, the Yankees, the Liberty. So now we're going to switch over to Major League Baseball. We got a game 6 here between the Mets and Dodgers. The Dodgers looks to be a bullpen game. Going to have to sweat out 9 innings of bullpen guys here. So we got Mets, Dodgers. Manaea will be on the mound here for the Mets, an 8:00 game Eastern. Dodgers favored about $1.45 or higher in places. Total sits here at 8.5. We'll start it off here with Rod as we bring in Steve to the conversation.
Yeah, and you look at this one though. It's for me. I'm going to take the Dodgers. I'm not a Manaea guy. The Dodgers could definitely hit the left-hander. Manaea in that one. You look earlier, Manaea did get the Dodgers number, so it's payback time. You look what he did last time out. He went 5 innings, gave up a couple hits, 2 earned runs. He gets into walk trouble, does Manaea. And this Dodgers team is very good. They have a good eye at not getting walks too many times here in the postseason. And if Manaea gets in trouble with the walks, it's going to just take a couple bloops and a blast. And next thing you know, the Dodgers are up big. Bullpen games about a month and a half ago or so, I would be a little bit scared with the Dodgers going, that bullpen was awful. But they've cleaned it up and they've started to pick it up. So bullpen game doesn't scare me. That series is over. Give me the Dodgers on that one.
Dodgers there from Rod on over to Bo.
Yeah, man, if you can find an even 8, you know what I'm saying, I'll take the over, guys. We just seen the Dodgers put up 24 runs in the last 3 games. They're number 1 in OPS against left-handed starters. They're going to get at Manaea pretty fast. Also, man, they're number 4 in batting average. And at home, man, this team is money. I think the Dodgers get it done, man, but I like the over the best. Both these teams, I think all games done went over the total in this series. I don't see nothing changing today, guys. They bumped it up to 8. I don't think that's enough, man. Give me the over 8 in this game.
Yeah, 8.5 now everywhere.
8.5.
8's when we bought up. Yeah, 8.5.
8.5.
There. You got to get to 9 to get the money.
They got to push it up.
Yeah. Yep, they are going to push that one up. We move on over to Ron.
Yeah, give me the under first 5 and give me the Dodgers first 5. The thing about the Mets, they strike late, 8th, 9th inning with a 3-run homer from Lindor or something's weird's gonna happen. So I'm gonna take the Dodgers first 5 and definitely on the under.
Yeah, from Ron, we move on over to Mindy.
So we got what? Manaea 3.47. What do we got? Bullpen 5.14. NAC numbers. But yeah, I think this one is going to be way over the total. Not so scared of the 8.5. It might be like a 12 to 13 game, something like that. So I'm going to go big over today.
Over there in that one, on over to Solo.
Yeah, I agree with Rod. I think the Dodgers finish them off today, but that total, I think that total goes over. Whoever starts for the Dodgers, I think Davey's going to leave him out there, or Martinez leave him out there for about 4 or 5 innings. So you probably want to save the bulk of that bullpen just in case. So I think this total goes over 8.5.
Well, 8.5 there. Maybe Landon Knack will be the one. I think that may be the bulk guy. We'll see how that rolls. We'll see how that rolls. On over to Steven.
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to echo what everybody else has said here, except I'm going to go over first 5 as well. I'm going to go over first 5 and over full game. This is just going to be a hit machine. That's the reason why I'm not I think the Dodgers should pull it out here. That's at home. That's a huge advantage. But because there's going to be so much hitting, the way the Mets have been hitting, it just kind of worries me a little bit, especially when they, like you said, get late in the game. They've been doing it all playoffs. And I don't think I'm going to play the side. I'm just going to play the total. This Mets team just comes. I called it Mets magic all year, and they could come up with some Mets magic here too. So I'm going to go with you just over first 5 and over full game.
Yeah, but I'm going to echo the over here as well. Why not? Why change here? Manaea in his 3 postseason starts, 6 runs, 6 walks. The walks are what hurt him. Again, 17. He walked 4 batters in that Dodger game. LA bullpen ERA around 3. The Mets 5.5 over their past 10. Both teams hitting about 250 past 7 games. When the Mets have been a dog here, they're a dog at plus 125 or higher. They are 18-4 the over. Dodgers favored here, even money to 150 here, 20-8 to the over. I look for the over here. The Mets and the Dodgers. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Swift Morning Show with here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you like and subscribe and set the bell to get notified when we're live here on the show because we get right to the picks. All right, next up here, we move the game, the 5th and deciding game in the WNBA Finals here. They are a 5-game series. Will be in Madison Square Garden. Will the Liberty finally get a title? We'll see. 5 tries, five losses. So we'll see if 6 to charm. Lynx forced the game 5 at the Liberty. We're seeing this line here. Liberty 6. We see a 5.5 in a couple places. Sharp book in Vegas at 5.5. Total about 156.5 on over to Rod.
Yeah, I like the over here. I think it's we've seen some lower scoring ones in Minnesota, but once you go to New York, I think it's all bets are off. I like the over in this one. I think that total's a touch too low at 157.5. I think that's way too low. I think both these teams can hit into the 80s and get us up and over the total. That's 160. Give me the over in this game 5.
Mm-hmm. There we go. On over to a vote.
Yeah, man, I've been attacking these first quarters, guys. So if you don't have a book that you're going to bet the quarters, man, I definitely advise you to get one. This first quarter has been over 40.5 in all 8 games they done played this season. 7 of those games averaged 46 points. And in this playoff series, guys, it went over the 40.5 in all for the first quarter. So I'm just going to keep riding it, man. Give me the over 40.5 in the first quarter. I think it cash again.
I think it's like 31-21 last game. Like, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always in that first quarter, they come out, shot like a cannon, and then the pace
slow down. Yeah.
And you saw Liberty coach try to take a page out of Phil Jackson, blame the refs. We're not getting
right.
Those are bad, though, Tony. Those are real bad.
I know. Run over to Ron.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked the videos, we went like 14-4 in the playoffs. So hell of a job, Bo and Rod. We did a great job. Check that video out. We have it. We have plays for today. But I'm going to reiterate what Rod said. You know, why in the world is this at 156.5? I mean, 3 of the 4 have gone way over the total. You know, that one game was like, 80 to 68 or whatever, 148. But I'm going to go with the over there. And if you look at the Lynx like to be on the road. 16-6 ATS on the road. And the Liberty are 8-18 at home. Yeah. Man, Tony, I don't know. That 0-6 is looking pretty.
No.
Do I think the Lynx win? No. I mean, I would love to see the Liberty win. I think everybody's, said it from the beginning. But yeah, the Lynx definitely cover 6. If that thing went up to 8, I'd probably run the other way. But it's 5.5, 6. It's sitting exactly where it was in the first couple games. Mm-hmm. It's got to be a Lynx play here. Give me Lynx in the over.
Well, I heard if the Lynx lose, they're going to move them to Buffalo. That's what I heard. So,
for real? Are you kidding?
No, Bills have the same thing. They can't win a Super Bowl, right? So if you can't,
I got you.
Minnesota, they can't win.
They can't win a Super Bowl, right? So we're going to move to Buffalo. For that, Tony. All right, we move on over to Mindy.
Well, you know me. I've been the homer on the Liberty all year. I like them. I know that they've been up at home at least 10 points plus plenty of times. I would guess it would be 2 times at least. So I feel like it is definitely their game to lose. I think they've been the better team. I do feel like, everything played into their hands, being able to have, Stewart out for most of that second half in foul trouble. I think it played into the Lynx hands here today. 6.5 is a bunch. That's the only thing that kind of worries me on that. But I think they get it. I don't know if they cover the spread here. It's one of those that I'd probably go ahead and want to say I'll take the Lynx in the 6.5. I think it's a little bit too much for a championship game, especially because I've seen them be up, the Liberty be up quite a bit and lose that by the end of the game. So I think it'll be close. I'll take the Liberty to win it to get it done. And of course, I'm going to take the Lynx with the points here.
Yeah, 6 is a number. 5.5 now popping up.
Oh, so that's better for me. See, when it was 6.5, I didn't really like it, the 3 buckets, but if I can get,
you're getting 6 there.
5, I might switch I might change my mind there. I'll change it up. If it's being bought on, I'll take the Liberty.
So you take a Liberty less than you get 5.5. So
If I get 5.5, I'll take the Liberty.
5.5 there. So that's six.
Right.
That's 6. That's 2 set extra 3 possession there. On over to Solo.
Yeah, I think both these teams push the pace. I think this total soars over. As far as picking a side, I think the Liberty close them out. I actually think they cover the spread. I think Stewart's going to have a better game. I want to say the first 2 games she was playing pretty bad. She was getting death threats in the whole 9, and then she got in foul trouble the last game. I think she finally comes back home and has a better game. I think the Liberty cover the spread.
Well, when's the last time she scored a 12 or 11? Wasn't it 11? She couldn't even score 12. It was bad.
Yeah, it's been right. It's been bad. She's back at home.
Back at home now. We're looking for that home whistle. Then we go over to Steven.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of saying that. I hear a lot of people saying that all the pressure is on the Liberty here because they lost 5 finals. But guess what? You made 5 finals. You know what I mean? So that's experience in the finals. They've got way more of the experience here, and I think that they're going to do her up good here. I'm going to take them. I'm going to take them to cover, and I like the over as well. I don't know why that's so low. Maybe they just figure because it's a final game, it's going to be tighter. They're going to play tighter or whatever. But that's pretty tight considering if you've been watching the rest of these. So I got to go the over as well.
All right. I'm gonna look here at take the points with the Lynx. Just the defensive team like the Lynx, I just can't lay that many points. And they've been, they forced it. They forced the game 5 here when they blew that lead. Even they blew that lead, I think you covered there. I think there was one game they covered by the hook if you got the 3.5. So they've been covering. So I'll take them here at +6. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Picks and Morning Show as we switch on over to the ice. There's 3 games on the ice today. Some afternoon and a couple nighttime out west. Here on this slate, we got Penguins, Jets, Avs, and Sharks. The Kings are finally back on the West Coast, but they're on the road against the Ducks. And we got
Hey, Tony, I'm gonna go ahead and bump out, man. They got the breakfast down there brewing, man. I'm going to go down.
All right. Let me know what you got for sale at Tony's Picks. As we've got a lot going on today with the NFL and more.
Going on.
Yeah, man. It's them ready to come back. Mouth watering.
Yeah.
I have a 5-pack, man. In the NFL. I do have a play in the Dodgers game, and I'm going to put in a 3-pack in the NHL, guys. I went 2-1 NHL players today. Looking to go 3-0, man. Go over there and pick them up. Say that 15%. Use code Tony T. And as always, guys, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the people in the chat. Make sure you like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate you.
Yeah, like, subscribe, Bo. Yeah, got on board with Bo with a long-term pass, guys. Way to roll. Use the promo code Tony T. Save that 15%. Bo, also, we can find content from you also on the channel, right?
Yes, sir, man. I'm gonna be back on the videos here shortly, guys. Just have so much stuff going on, man. They have stuff playing all day long, man. So don't really having time, but I'm gonna try to get back in the rotation, man, sometime this soon. So make sure you go there and check them out in short form. I get about MLBs, NHL plays, NFL. I kind of
NBA starts Tuesday.
Yeah. I got NBA, man, especially NBA, college basketball. Two of my best sports guys. So make sure to subscribe, man. I'll be in short form on Tony's Pick YouTube channel.
That's right. Keep an eye on those shorts, NBA. Bo, ready to roll here Tuesday. Appreciate, Bo, you joined us. I know Bo's on vacation. That's right. Appreciate you joining us on your vacation here. We'll catch up with you soon.
All right, guys. Have a great day, everybody.
Have a good day, Bo.
Bo, all right, guys. On the morning show. Let's continue on. We'll continue on here on the show as we're ready to roll here with the NHL as we've got 3 on the slate here. Penguins, Jets, Avs, Sharks, Kings, and Ducks on the run.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm looking at the Kings taking on the Ducks here. This Kings team, it's congratulations. You beat Montreal last time out. That's about all you've done. You played a whole pile on the road. So the Kings definitely got handed it to them on the road, and they still have to come out. They're on the right coast, but still not at home. Still yet to play their home opener. They played, 5 games? This will be number 6 for the Kings, and still yet to play their home opener. So for me here in this spot, look what they did last year when they went to Anaheim. They lost. So for me, it's that last one. They might have been sleeping in their own bed because it's probably just up the road. It's not too far up the road. It's on the right coast. I'm taking the Ducks. Lucas Dostal's playing pretty good in that for the Ducks, and keeping Ducks in these games. I don't trust whoever the Kings put in. Looking like Kemper might be back for the Kings in this spot, and last time we've seen him, it was not pretty. It was not pretty. He gave up plenty of goals. So I'm going to take the dog in that one. Give it the Ducks.
Next there from Ron on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Colorado and San Jose. San Jose's been a horrible team at home. Colorado, great get right spot. I think we can lay 2.5, and Colorado finally gets it going here. I agree with Rod. Give me Anaheim with Dostal in net. Been fantastic. I'm seeing Rittich. Anybody seeing different?
Oh, then it might be that. See, then Kemper's not ready to go. Then it probably will be Rittich.
Okay, yeah, I'm still gonna go with Anaheim at home. Yeah, like I said, LA's been on the road, that East Coast trip. Definitely good to be back home, and they basically are back home. So yeah, slept in their own beds last night. So, but still got that relaxed feeling, like you said, Rod, getting ready for that home opener coming up. So yeah, give me the Ducks on Sunday, and I'm gonna take a shot with Pittsburgh. I got Yari and we got Hellebuck going. Pittsburgh, we got them as an interconference road favorite. Those are 21-12 this year on the dog. So give me Pittsburgh. I think plus 1.5 is a little too much. I'll take a shot on the money line. Give me Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the King fans buy up the tickets, right? They're anxiously waiting to see their team. Maybe this may be a chance for them to see them. Move on over to Mindy.
Yeah, I'm going to go under 6 in the Penguins and the Jets. It's one of those, again, I like Penguins whenever they play first period, but after that, they don't do much later on. Avalanche and the Sharks, man, Ron, I feel like the Avs just don't cover anything there on the puck line whatsoever.
Georgiev doesn't cover. That's the problem.
But I'm going to go ahead and go over the first period there in that one. Over the 1.5, and then Kings and Ducks. I'm going to go under in that one there as well. I don't really trust the Kings on the road still, but I don't know if I like the Ducks necessarily either. I'll just go under the 6.
All right, there from Mindy. I know Johnson Solo Malone making his debut on the show. I don't know if you cap hockey. Cap hockey?
Yeah, solo. Yeah, the solo,
Yeah.
baby. Not my lane on the hockey. Not on the ice.
Not on the ice?
Lane.
Not yet. All right, on over to Steven.
Okay, well, I'm going to go over to that Jets-Pittsburgh game, and I'll be contrarian here to my good buddy. I don't see Pittsburgh beat up on a couple teams that have really bad defense. As soon as they got a good defense in Carolina, they can't do nothing. But this Winnipeg defense is probably top 3 in the league. And you got Hellebuck too. I think they're going to absolutely ruin them, to tell you the honest truth. I'm not a big fan of that Pittsburgh team, and I'm certainly not a big fan of Jari. I know that there are some trends that say that, but I don't think this goes on the trend. I really don't like this Pittsburgh team. So I'm taking the Jets in regulation, and I'll take them on the puck line as well. Anaheim, LA. Yeah, it's been a long road trip. And it was sort of successful. If they had a really bad road trip, I may lean to LA here. But I think, Anaheim loves to beat up on LA. This is a rivalry as well. So Anaheim's going to be up for this game. I don't know if you've been watching Anaheim games, but they've been playing some heavy hockey as of late. Yeah. They have looked a lot better this year. Yeah. So I'm gonna take a shot at the dog there as well. And Rittich had a good year last year, but his first outing this year, he was terrible. So, and Rittich, when Rittich is the kind of guy that once his confidence starts waning, it just goes right downhill. So, I'll bank that his confidence is shaken and that Anaheim takes him here. And what was the other game?
We had Avalanche, Sharks, Penguins, Jets.
Yeah, the Avs are going to absolutely spank them. Crap out of San Jose. I know they're not covering, but I mean, San Jose's got nothing. I think they're putting Vanacek in that. Vanacek can't stop pucks. They don't even need to play their. Colorado's not like they have no depth, but they only have to play their top line all game. They play their top line all game, and I'll bet you they ruin them like 6-1, maybe something like that. And I do like that. This is a tail because I didn't even think about it, but I like Mindy's over first period there. That's a good pick for sure.
Yeah, from Steven. All right, we got you through the sports here. Now it's time for our parlay peripheral segment where the cappers give out a parlay, maybe a team player prop that they make the call. We'll start with Rod.
And we're gonna go back to the NFL because everybody loves the NFL. And we're gonna do I don't do these a whole lot, but we're gonna do a 6-point teaser on some totals here this week. And I found some totals on some spots that are like some perfect spots here. First total we're going to take the Chiefs total under 47. We're going to take a 6-point teaser, which bumps it up to 53. And in that spot, when you do a 6-point teaser on the Chiefs, guess what? They're 26-0 in this spot with the 6-point teaser. So tease that up to 53 in the Chiefs game. The next one we're going to go with is the Rams game. It's sitting at 43.5. I see this total. Do a 6-point teaser on it. Bump it up to 49.5 in that one. And there's a 14-0 spot there. Rams unders 6-point teaser, 49.5 there. And then the last one we're going is the Pittsburgh game at 39. We're going to tease that up to 45 on a 6-point teaser. And Steelers teams are 49-5 when you do the 6-point teaser on their totals. So let's quick little recap. Take the Chiefs game, the Rams game, the Pittsburgh Steelers game. Tease those 6 points on all those totals and take all 3 under.
Smell the money on that one.
There from
Wow,
Ron Jackson. Jaguars a touchdown up 13, 10 extra point pending here against the Patriots. 3.5 minutes left in halftime there. On over to Ron.
Yeah, we'll give you a multi-sport parlay today. Let's take the Colorado Avalanche on the money line. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs on the money line and go to Serie A soccer in Italy and give me Inter Milan on the money line.
There from Ron. Extra point good now. 14-10 Jags on top. On over to Mindy.
All righty. Well, I'm going to do some passing touchdown props. You can put these all together. Get you some little fun money. Jordan Love, over 2 passing touchdowns. Mr. Darnold, over his 1 passing touchdown. Josh Allen, a passing touchdown. Mr. Burrow, passing touchdown. And, of course, Patrick Mahomes, passing touchdown. And then I'm going to go ahead and tease that Steelers game to cap off the night. I'll take that one +3. Put those all together. It's fun.
That's right. Put them together parlay. On over to Solo.
I'm gonna do a 2-team parlay. I'm gonna look at the Eagles, Giants over. We're gonna parlay that up with the Seahawks +3.
From Solo on over to Steven.
We'll make some big money today. We're going to go on a 5-pip parlay. We're going to take Bengals -5.5. I'm going to take the under in the Steelers and New York Jets game. And I'm going to take the Ducks. I'm going to take the run line on the Jets and the run line on Colorado. That should bring you a nice payday for a Sunday.
5-teamer there from Steven. Puck lines in there. I'll give you a 3-teamer NFL. I'm going to take the Titans plus. I'm going to take the under in Chiefs 49ers, and I'll take the Steelers plus the points. All right, we got you through the parlay peripheral. Let's find out what the cappers have for sale. Their premium plays, their best plays over at TonySpicks.com. We'll start here with Rod. Of course, Rod, I always do this. I did it again. I didn't do it yesterday. I did it again. I did it again. I thought I fixed that mental issue I had by hitting my button instead of Rod's. But anyway, Rod, a great year for Rod on the year. 1,638 units of profit over at TonySpicks.com. What do you got for sale?
Yeah, and today so far it's all NFL. I got going today. We had a nice last week, went 8-2. The last month it's been 30-17 in the NFL. Third hottest capper over at Tony's Picks, so definitely jump aboard. I've got a nice NFL Sunday ticket, which gives you 5 plays in the NFL. Scoop that package up if you're looking for that one single play. My 10-star play of the day, the executive info play, is included in that 5-pack, so definitely scoop up that 5-pack. We've been hot in the NFL, so definitely jump aboard there, and let's put some money into your pocket. Probably going to put in 1 hockey, 1 MLB later, so definitely jump aboard something long-term. And as you can see, we can continue to stack the units and put the money in your pocket. So jump aboard over at Tony'sPicks.com. I'm not been the only hot capper, so take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional as well. And have 2 cappers put money in your pockets this Sunday. Let's get it. Big day loaded.
That's right. Get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. We'll take a look over at Ron. Man, Ron's numbers in this year in WNBA been something. Look at this, 3,233 units of profit. Ron, what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, I've been very fortunate in WNBA. Hate to see it go, but NBA is going to be next, so that's coming up Tuesday. Get ready for that. Yeah, I got a 3-pack. That's my goal line stand. We got that for NFL, and then I got my dime package. That's a 5-pack. You can get that. It's got my best bet in there. Also got a best bet in the WNBA, close out the season. And we also going to look at the MLB NLCS game, and we have a play in that one. I'll probably add a hockey game later on, but yeah, like everybody said, pairs up with a couple of practices. Everybody here is on the leaderboard. We're doing very well. Everybody, the site's growing exponentially. Hopefully, we'll start writing some articles too. I think that's coming along. So you can check out my videos. I got videos on NFL and college football all the time up there. So check that out. And don't forget that code Tony T at checkout. Say that 15%.
I say 15% on the promo code there. And on board with Ron. Take a look at Mindy, who's having a great year in the NFL this year. Mindy Hahn, we can see the numbers there. 867 units of profit, all document over at Tony's Picks. What do you got for sale?
Yeah, so far I'm only in the NFL, so make sure you go ahead and check those out along with my guaranteed best bet. So again, if we don't turn a profit for you, you get credits back to your account because we always want to make sure that you have a fun time at tonyspicks.com. But yeah, if those lines move around, look for some late steam. Might be putting those in later on the WNBA and, of course, Major League Baseball. So go ahead and check those out. You guys, thanks for watching. The numbers look great. I see you guys all there. And always comment, subscribe, all that.
That's right. Remember, late steam available on all the long-term pass. You pick up a 3-day pass from Mindy. That will get you her late steam plays. We allow our cappers to post plays between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. Those plays are emailed directly to your inbox using the email you use to sign up for a service. So 3-day pass, get on board there, and that gets you her late steam for the next 3 days, as well as the regular member plays that are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. All right. Let's take a look here at, let's get back here up on the board. We got up next, we got Solo. Solo, what do you got up for sale at Tony'sPicks.com? And it's a big Sunday of action today.
Got 5 total plays up, 3 in the NFL, 1 WNBA, 1 MLB. Like I said, we got a 3-pack up in the NFL. I have more contribution videos coming this week in the NBA as that kicks off. So we just getting started. Let's make some money.
Let's try to get on board here with Solo. Enjoying a really good postseason here. Last 7 days in Major League Baseball, have been cranking it. So get on board with Solo. Get on board long term, and keep an eye for those NBA videos. The shorts that'll be coming up from Solo. May go long term, long form. We'll make the call there. So get on board. Tony'sPicks.com. Link in the description and get signed up with Solo. We'll take a look over at Steven and Duncan, who's doing great work over at Tony'sPicks.com. We've seen them on leaderboards as well. What you got for sale, Steve?
I got a 3-pack in NFL. I'm going to have probably a best bet in the NHL, and I might have an MLB play as well. So yeah, I'm on a 3-pack run right now, and top of the charts and top of the chart in hockey for this season. Me and Rod are going back and forth there pretty much. So it's having a good time with hockey this year, and every month I'll be throwing up. You can get 1 month of my NHL picks for $100. Is getting in the middle of the month. In the middle of the month, I drop it down to 50. So be looking for those. And thanks again for everybody for coming in and enjoying this fine programming. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Appreciate everybody in the comments as well. You guys, get on board with Steven over at Tony's Picks. That 7-day pass gets you covered here. 7 days of hockey and more. And playoffs from Steven Duncan here at Tony'sPicks.com. Good time to get on board. I'll get the let me get the graphics to go here. Just gonna get custom to everything there. There we go. And I'll let you know what I have up there. I got a four premiums on the board right now. 3-pack as well as my best bet. 4 premium plays for me. I'm number 2 documented at Tony'sPicks.com for the year in the NFL. Having a great NFL season, so get on board with me. Remember, the long terms are a great way to roll. Here we got 3 or 7-day all sports pass. You get all my premium plays here from NFL. Get the 7-day pass, little college football in there. NBA starts on Tuesday. MLB playoffs, World Series. Great time to get on board with these long-term passes. So many of the cappers, we have a 2-for-1 cap promotion. So you can match me up any of your favorite cappers here on the show. Before we exit, let's find out what the cappers have on the YouTube channel for today and coming up this week. Rod, what you got? Some more hockey?
More hockey. I covered all 3 games over in short form. Definitely lots more hockey coming. So definitely go check out those shorts. If you're looking for a game that you're not sure about in hockey, definitely go check out the shorts. I'll have you covered on all the NHL games going forward this season. It's a lot of work, but I dig in, and I'm capping these games anyway, so giving you all the information in the NHL. So definitely check that out. We'll have to figure out something else. Probably NBA is going forward here, so we'll find something there. But you'll find me else because we were covering the WNBA, so maybe college hoops is not too far around the corner. I believe November 4th is the kickoff of the college hoops season.
Oh my
goodness. So that's not too far down the road.
I predicted Halloween. I predicted at some point Halloween was going to be, and it's getting close now.
It's getting closer. Yeah, November 4th is the kickoff of the college hoop season. So definitely watch for that. I'll have some place in there. Another sport that I absolutely love. I love college sports. You know why? Because college players and teams, those kids are still young. They love to play. They get to go out there. They give it 150%. They actually give some effort. Sometimes you got a professional guy and he has one of those days where you've had one of those days at work where you're like, just don't want to give up that same effort here this week. I just don't feel it. I had some bad breakfast. My guts are hurting. And when you're making millions, sometimes you do take your foot off the gas. But as a kid, you don't. Remember, as a kid, you just went out there and you played and you gave it all you had, no matter what. So it's kind of why I love college sports. So here's what it is. Have yourself a wonderful Sunday, everybody. Let's get it.
That's
Lots of big games today.
Just going to drop some news here. Curtis Rourke, the quarterback for Indiana, likely out with that thumb injury next week against Washington. So again, the Cornhuskers, what did you do to this guy? All right, we go on over to Ron. What can we find from you over at Tony's Picks, a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I'll continue doing the NFL and college. I'll probably got to start with NBA here soon on Tuesday. We got the start of the season coming up, and we are almost to the finals of the KBO. I told everybody take Samsung to win the whole thing. So right now it looks like it's tied 2-2 going to Game 5. So we're going to see what happens in that one, LG Twins and Samsung. And, of course, Kia is waiting for that final. So also thought about doing maybe some European football. I don't think anybody does it on the channel, so that may be coming soon.
Yeah, from what can we see from you upcoming here, Minnie, on the Tony Six YouTube channel?
All right, I'll have those 2 Monday night games here for you shortly, so you can go ahead and check those out in the long form. Also, we'll be doing my data-driven picks, my full breakdown of NHL and NBA as soon as that starts. So it should be a fun time. I had lots of folks that really liked those videos, giving it with the confidence factors, right? Gives it a little bit more of just the data. Everything's more in your hands, not necessarily picks, but data, right? I think that's what you guys look for from us, to do all of that hard work. And then you guys decide ultimately what button you're going to push, if you're going to win that money there or not. So I enjoy doing those rundowns, and those are coming up shortly. It's like not enough time in the day for me, you guys, I tell you.
That's right. Solo, we see some shorts from you as well up on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I've been dropping college football and NFL, and I'm going to replace WNBA with NBA. So we'll be flooding the shorts this week. Let's make a little money.
The money there, Commissioner. And Stephen, we always see it from you as well, but NHL as well.
Yeah, I do NHL videos. I had a couple people tweet me in my messenger asking where my videos were yesterday. I'm in the middle of moving. I'm in the middle of moving to the United States, and I'm going to be an American.
You're going to be like my neighbor almost, yeah.
Going to Indiana. I'm going to get to go watch some Fever games. And so I'm in the middle of moving. I get them out as much as I can, guys. But, you know how it is when you're moving and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a major move. They're moving out of country. That's an experience.
I gotta thank Ron. I never did actually say it personally. He introduced me to the WNBA about 3 years ago. Started giving me WNBA picks, and I thank you for that, because that is some fantastic basketball. I'm really
it's some great basketball. Trust me and Tony suffered through the years of it not being great basketball. We've seen some stinkers in the WNBA. It was like, oh my goodness. I'm sacrificing myself to this. Some of these games you watch, we're like,
we got 7 games. When the 7-game series starting next year. 7
games. There we go.
So nice.
I want one more missed layup, you guys. One more missed layup.
Mindy was hammering them 2 years ago. She would just hammer. We were like afraid to hammer, but she was just coming in with it, just hammering these players and how poorly the performance was. She didn't hold back
No.
The
You got to
spotlight's
represent,
on.
folks. You got to represent.
Oh yeah. Oh man, Mindy was harsh.
Apparently, I got in at the right time then.
Yeah,
I got in at
You
the
did.
right time.
Yeah, you got
we
in
did.
at the right
Because
time.
the light's shining now. Oh my God, everybody's seeing us. We better play. We can't mess around now. You know,
Yeah.
'cause we'll be on some highlight film. We'll be on some highlight on some social media to play the Mimi at me. You know, everybody's afraid of having that Mimi, right? That's where you don't want to be there. All right, guys, we got you to the show. Make sure you like, subscribe. Back tomorrow live, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Click the links to the site, guys, and get signed up to the premium picks. We're ready to roll with you again tomorrow. We're going to goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning Sunday, and we'll talk to you again here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.
See.